All right, live from the ITZR radio studios. This is the In the Zone Racing After the Race radio show. I'm your host, Bill Tomer. And we're fresh off a really eventful race at Phoenix tonight for the Truck Series. With me in the studio, I have Kevin Malone. What's going on, Kevin?
Not much, Bill.
Eric Myers is here.
Hello.
Jeff By Jr.'s in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Rusty the Redneck Arthur also with us.
What's up, Bill?
And we also have a few guys with us that aren't, I guess, listening or talking right now. Possibly when they finally get back into the studio here, we'll introduce them. Anything going on this week, guys? You guys want to bring up right away? Anything on your minds? I think we also have Richard Sherman here as a special guest.
Don't you open your mouth about the best.
Exactly. Don't you open it. Go Hawks. Actually, let's get into that first. I'm not even going to give anybody any credit. I want to do this. Let's talk about the Super Bowl first right now. Super Bowl, who's right? Me.
I'm the best to do this right now.
Exactly. So let's talk. Do you guys want to say anything about that? All you guys picked the Broncos last week. What happened?
Peyton sucks.
It's obvious that the Raiders dressed up as the Broncos.
It was pretty pitiful.
Or wait, better yet, it was a Pop Warner team, and pretty much that was the practice team.
Jeff, I have to say I like the quote that you put on Facebook.
What was it?
It was that when they showed Eli in the suite up there, you posted that they had to show him up there to let everybody know that he wasn't in Peyton's uniform.
Yeah. They showed him really late in the game too, and he had his head down and just looked all kinds of pissed off.
See, I'm not even looking for that stuff. I just want credit for calling the game.
Shut up, Bill.
I just want credit for calling the game.
All right, you got your credit. Kiss my ass now.
In all fairness, you had a 50% chance of getting that right.
But last week we had 8 guys on the show, and 6 of them picked the Broncos. I picked the Seahawks. Dustin Lingard also picked the Seahawks, and he just walked into the studio. How do you feel about your correct pick, Dustin?
I feel good about it.
I know. We knew it. We're up here in the Northwest. Exactly. When you try Richard Sherman and the Seahawks with a sorry Broncos team.
Dustin doesn't even know what football is.
Hey, I do want to say something. Every time Sherman tried to make a tackle, he had to go out of the game because he's a little bitch and got hurt.
Wow.
That's legal.
That
That's
is
legal
true.
in the air. That's a female dog.
It's like Malone wrecking me at Charlotte.
He's getting upset, Kevin. He will come over there with his
Didn't he
dreadlocks and kick your
Didn't he
butt.
have to go to the locker room at one point because
Yeah, he went to
he had
the
to
locker
change his
room.
tampon or something?
He went to the locker room
No.
with a sprained ankle.
High
during the
ankle
Super Bowl.
sprain. He went to the locker room after the second time it popped.
Well, a real
he came
man
back
would play
in after the
through
first
that.
time. No.
He's weak.
Yeah, he was weak.
Anyway, just wanted to bring that up first. Now let's get into what's the topic at hand. Let's talk about tonight's race at Phoenix. Harrison Weidlitz, who's been making some, I wouldn't call it horrible, but Harrison Weidlitz has been making some starts here at In the Zone Racing. He picks up the win tonight. As Andrew Fayash, who's not here at the moment, said that his stats look perfect right now because it's his first win and his first start. Some other guys did pretty well tonight. What do you guys want to say about the race tonight?
Why'd you take me out, Bill?
That's up for debate.
Oh, okay.
We did slide across the line together.
Yeah,
I did initiate
You got
the
the nose
contact.
in front. You got the nose in front of me, so
It was a good
that's
race. It was a good
sport,
race.
This
Yeah.
episode has started very confrontational.
I think that's the evening we're having tonight. We've actually, I don't even want to get into it, but one of the gentlemen that was on the show last week isn't with us this week because his IP won't allow him to get into the server. So if you know anything about TeamSpeak or the internet, he's on the bench this evening, and we miss him, but he can stay there for a bit.
He's weak.
Exactly. So, where did everybody finish tonight? Kevin, where did you end up finishing tonight? I don't even know.
I think I ended up 7th.
That's a good run. Eric?
I finished, I believe, 4th.
That's a really good run. Jeff,
Yeah,
where
and I
were you?
also took over the points lead, too.
We're
not talking about that yet.
I was finishing up the audio for my segment later on the show today.
And you could have had that done last night, but what was it that you were doing last night? It had something about no sleep.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think no, I do remember actually. I saw it on Facebook. You were watching Sleepless in Seattle in 3D. In 3D.
Okay, that was obviously a joke because I don't think they're hopefully never gonna make Sleepless in Seattle.
I
in
think
3D.
you're lying.
He'd be the first one in line.
Probably.
I'd say it was really eventful race though, man. For all the complaining about how the setup was, there was some really good racing throughout the field.
Yeah, the first time I've ever spun out by myself.
It was the first time what?
I've ever spun out by myself.
We need to get an archive on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's completely true.
Didn't we figure out there was no yellows last week because he spun out?
Yes.
I got wrecked by you, Jeff.
Somebody actually, I want to talk about this too, and I didn't hear this, but earlier somebody said that they're coming out. I think it was you, Kevin. They're coming out with a fix for is it the yellows and the floating?
Yeah, I believe iRacing's gonna give us an update early next week. They said
But I like
That-
floating
that
5
fit-
feet in the air.
the caution should be fixed in that one, but luckily they've been working the last couple nights for us, so that was good.
I think they narrowed it down to it had something to do with if you pre-scheduled it ahead of time and then edited, it reset to no yellows or something like that.
Well, wait, I did that tonight. I scheduled it around 6 o'clock, and then I went back in about 8 o'clock to edit it, and it worked fine.
That might not be the problem. I thought
Yeah, it's just a random crap.
So what you're
Because
saying
we
is,
tried it last week and it didn't do it, and then in the race it did.
if they think that it's if you go in and edit it, and that's not the problem, then they probably haven't found the fix, and that might not even work next week. That'd be typical.
I saw this earlier last week, so
Hey, at least we
hopefully
get the
they figured
lucky
it out.
dog and the, all that stuff now.
It's pretty cool. The only thing I think that all of us would agree the problem with the lucky dog is that you can't see or you're not notified when the lucky dog is coming, so you basically just have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember if it says to let this cart by, because the cart
No,
just
it doesn't.
screams by you.
You know, when we do it, when we issue the lucky dog, it would pop up at the top of the screen and say, number whatever was waved by, and the guy your spotter would come on and tell you, stay low, lucky car, let the 4 car by or whatever it is. But now it doesn't even say that.
It actually does if the guy's going slow enough, but they've gone by us fast enough that you don't even see it, Rusty.
Well, I never
But
saw
if they're
so.
going slow enough, then it'll tell you to let a car by. But yeah, it's only when he passes the car directly behind you. So if he covers that gap really fast, you won't even see it. But anyway, let's go over. I want to go over the actual finish of the race tonight. We had Harrison Weidlitz in first, Andrew Fayash.
That's the result you gonna get.
Exactly. Andrew Fayash in third. Chris Kurdziel, who
Actually,
he's not here
was in
tonight.
second.
What? Did I say?
He
Did
was
I
in
say?
second.
What did I say?
Yes, you said third.
Okay, he was in second. I want him to be in third, though. Can we switch the results?
No.
Can't fix that? Can't fix. All right. So we'll leave Chris Kurdziel in third. Or Kurdziel. Sorry, I've been saying that wrong for a year, and he hasn't fixed it. Hadn't told me until the other day. Eric Myers. I am saying that correctly, right? Eric Myers.
No, it's Myers.
It's Myrus, like Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus, but Myrus.
He was
Something like that.
fourth. Matt Hicks in fifth. Clifton Cockrell in sixth. Kevin Malone in seventh. Way to go, Kevin.
Yay!
Corey England was in eighth, and I do believe, if I'm not correct, that's Corey's first top 10 at ITZR, so that's a good job by him. William Fletcher actually ended up ninth, and we've talked about William quite a bit this evening. That's a good job by William. I believe that might even be his first top 10 this year. And then Thomas Mateer the second finished 10th, and he's not even here to congratulate. Is anybody else looking at the results? Yeah, good job, Thomas. Is anybody else looking at the results? Does anybody else want to
Right
take that
now,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, I've got it up on.
So, somebody take
Kevin's the
11th
man.
on.
Kevin's the man.
Alrighty, 11th place was Shane Klein. 12th place was Chris. I'm not even going to attempt the last name.
Circos.
Cortez. Circos?
Circos.
Wow. Okay. Then 13th, Jason Barrett. 14th was this new guy, Bill Tomer.
That sucks.
15th actually finishing the race was Rusty Arthur. That's a surprise.
Well, it depends on how what you consider finishing, because he and I slid. We crashed.
We were going across, spinning, going across the
Right.
start finish line. So, thanks to Bill.
Yes.
All right, then rounding out, we'll just do the top 20 here. 16th was...
Actually, can I interrupt you really quick, Kevin?
Yep.
We do have an issue with the rundown. I forgot about this, and Kevin, we talked about this earlier, and we had just had an issue. Sean Kimball actually got a bogus black flag because a car blew up right before the final restart, ended up dropping down to 19th because of the black flag. He actually finished 12th, so all these cars are one spot farther back than it's actually showing right now. And I'll see if I can fix that, Kevin. I think there's a way we can fix it.
Okay, yes, and so that would move him up to 12.
Yeah.
Well, that drops us down, Bill. Way to go. Good job there.
I still got a top 15.
Kiss my ass.
So continue.
And
I'm sorry. Go. It was your favorite name to say is going to be actually 17th now. It's Jason
Van Cleek.
Oh, he got it
Yes!
right. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
I've
that was
been-
perfect.
I've been sitting here practicing it all week for you, Jason, so I'm trying not to butcher your name anymore.
That was
And that would
good.
be 18th, Travis Penny, Doug Gillier, 19th, and... Geiler? Okay.
Gaye.
God, you guys are
It's
tough.
French.
Well, we speak English. I don't know what language
All right,
you're
is it-
speaking, but
20th is Scott. Go ahead and say his last name.
Geisweit.
Geisweit?
correct.
All right.
When did a bunch of foreigners start racing with us?
Whoa, Dylan Schreiner's in the room, and again, he always comes in and doesn't announce that his presence is here.
And I
But
believe
his hair is
Yeah,
shining
he was
like the
here.
sun.
22 out of the 26 starters finished the race. It was-
Yes. And in 21st, Rick Rohn. 22nd, Chris Beck. 23rd, Sean Colley. Actually, that's too bad. Sean was running up towards the front most of the race. 24, Jeff Ramsdale showed up late and finished in 24th, 43 laps down. 25, Dan. Actually, well, I guess that would be 25th for Ramsdale. No, it wouldn't. That is correct.
No.
That is correct. 25, Dan. Somebody say that one for me.
The man Levitan.
Yeah.
Lavalier?
Is that how you say that?
I don't know. I'm
Lavalier.
guessing.
Lavalier.
Lavalier? Is it Lavalier?
I think so. Of
All
course
right.
not.
He finished 49 laps down. And David Collier. Is that a Collie Brothers tandem right there?
I believe so. They're
Awesome.
Untamed Motorsports teammates.
Right on. David Collie finishes 26, 68 laps down. Obviously caught up in some kind of early race ordeal
Incident.
to be that far down, yeah. Let's see here. And Kevin, go ahead and go over the points as already stated. Eric Myers, because he can't handle his exuberance. He is the points leader. You can start from second because we don't want to talk about Eric anymore.
Yay.
Yep, Eric's leading with Chris Kurtziel second, Bill Tomer third, myself in
sucks.
fourth, and William Fletcher in fifth. Just 17 points are separating the top five after 3 races.
Hey, and unlike my nationwide championship, I actually have a win so far.
You really like blowing your own horn, don't you?
Hey,
Hey,
people
he's a
like to give me crap about my nationwide championship because I never won a race.
I don't
So
give you
far-
crap. You Matt Kenseth did. That's fine.
So far, I have a win at least. So
Okay.
Well, I won the sprint car championship without a win, so what's your deal?
Nobody even knows who you are right now. That's
Y'all
Dylan
settle for me
Schreiner.
real quick.
I keep talking over you, Richard. I'm sorry. Don't you talk about the best. Anyway, continue, Kevin.
Don't you ever talk about me.
Okay,
I don't
rounding
think
out
he's
the-
ever going to come back on this podcast. He seems really mad right now.
Thank
He
God.
is.
I can't
That's-
stand Richard Sherman. You know, he is not the best fucking corner in the league.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Watch the
Easy.
language.
Jeez,
Don't
guy.
you ever
I
talk
said
about
I
me.
said rocking. I'm trying to keep this PG. What?
I
Guys,
know.
Get your mind out of the corner.
The corner.
The gutter.
I'm not going to argue the best corner in the league. I personally think he's the best corner in the league, and I think his stats are good enough to back that up. But let's continue with the
Wrong.
point standings.
Wrong. Wrong.
Yeah,
We're
let's
not
get off
talking
of football. Football is over.
Reva's
Go on
wrong.
to the real sport.
So continue, Kevin. You were, I think, approximately
It's
around
sixth.
7th or 8th. 6th.
6 is Andrew Fash. 7th, Sean Kimball. 8th, Chris Beck. 9th, Gregory Lewis. And 10th is our own Rusty Arthur.
What? No way.
Yes.
Yes.
Dominate.
Like I
So-
said, that's
Really?
through race 3 of 12.
He's
And
a
how
real
many-
dark horse for the championship.
In 3 races, how many drivers have taken points in the Truck Series?
49 different drivers
That's pretty
Wow.
awesome.
have scored at least one race.
Well, considering we had 40 at Daytona, and all of those drivers scored at least 1 point, so
But still,
yeah,
I think
but,
it's pretty
I mean,
awesome. You have 49 guys to show up in 3 weeks. That's
And
pretty
we
cool.
had what do we have today, Kevin? 25.
26, I think, took points.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it was 26
Y'all-
today.
Hey, did y'all see who's last in points?
Yeah, the
No.
guy with the second highest I rating, Jeff By Jr.,
Third
is
highest.
49 with 11 total points.
But can we tell everybody that Jeff By has those the third highest I rating points by running the Legends cars, not the trucks, not the
here we go.
Nationwides, not the Cup car. It was a Legends car.
You know what? That would be a perfect segue. Perfect segue to get into Jeff's segment, but I'm not doing it. It's so funny. We're gonna wait for it a little bit. So we're gonna start talking about. We're done
Yeah,
talking
we
about
want
the
to
trucks.
keep people around for that segment, so we'll hold that off to the end.
Yeah, the truck series right now is it's in the sunrise. It's just starting. We're just getting into it. Everybody's getting comfortable with the truck again. We haven't raced it in a while, and it's doing well right now.
And I believe next week we're going to Richmond Night for 110 laps.
It's a lot of laps. Oh, you know what? Actually, we have a special week next week. I don't even think Rusty meant to do this, but we have both the Nationwide Series and the Truck Series running the same track on back-to-back
Yeah.
nights.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Because of the rainout last week, it pushed everything back a week, so it lined up the races perfectly.
Yeah, see, he didn't mean to do it. It just happened to happen now because of the yellow flag problem. So that'll be
Thank
fun.
you,
It'll be a
iRacing.
Richmond doubleheader.
Can we applaud iRacing for that?
Yay.
Little short track racing, boys.
Woohoo! Yes,
Yes.
it is considered a short track because it is a 0.7 mile track.
Correct. And if you want to get the Truck Series will be running the fixed setup, iRacing fixed setup there. The Nationwide Series, we've already posted the setup for that race on our forums, and it drives pretty good. It should be fun to race with that thing. But let's move on to the Nationwide Series. Let's talk about the Nationwide Series. First thing we want to talk about is last night. We had a pretty good race, the longest race this season, 200 miles at Charlotte, 134 laps. Bill Brown took home the victory with, I guess you would call it a pit strategy move. It wasn't. He took 2 tires instead of 4 tires on the green flag stops. We finished with an 87-lap green flag run, and Bill was able to hold on for the victory by about, I think I'm looking at it, 1.2 seconds over Brad Patton, who was actually very upset about the loss. Is there
That
anything?
would be too.
Yeah, is that we had 36 cars run the Nationwide Series last night, and it was broadcasted on Checker Flag Interactive. And there were only 10 cars on the lead lap at the end. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about in regards to the Nationwide Series race last night?
Yeah, you
My
need to use a
foot hurt.
fixed setup.
What's that?
You need to use a fixed setup.
It was a
because
fixed setup.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Then how can only 10 what'd you have, like 15 cautions or something?
Well, no,
there was
no.
only like 5, I think it was.
Yeah, 5 cautions for 16. I think it's 5 for 16 laps, but we finished the race with an 87-lap green
Hold
flag
on.
run.
All right, well, that's cool. All right, and you said there was 10 cars on the lead lap. How many cars finished the race?
21?
19.
No, 20.
19.
Nope, Ramsdale was still running at the end. He finished 20th.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
We just
All right, I'll
have
give
that.
you guys credit for that then.
We just have that high strength of a field. I think if we did a strength of field average out, I think it would be around 3,800, 3,900. We have,
Unless I got into the race, and then it would pull it down to about 2,200.
No, I think we'd be able to hold you up a little bit, Rusty.
No, I think
Yeah,
if
well,
Rusty was in the race.
I will say I do have almost a 1,700 I rating, so.
If
I know
Rusty
it
was in the
sucks,
race,
but,
I think we would have had 8 cautions for 35 laps.
And
think-
only 7 cars finished the race.
I think a 1,700 I rating is actually pretty average. I don't think
That's
sucks.
where you start at. So Rusty has literally not moved from.
No, you
I
start
think
at
you start at
1600.
16.
You start at
Oh, is
15.
it 16?
You start at 15. You start at 1500.
Like, stop calling Rusty average. He's better than average. Jeez.
Well, his I rating. I didn't say Rusty was average. You're the one that did that.
Rusty is a better than average drinker.
Damn right.
I said his I rating was average.
I'm a pro drinker. I'm a DWC drinker.
Drinkers World Championship.
There you go. Hey, I like it.
Do you know how many deaths they'd had if they had a DWC drinking? It'd be, every single guy would be in the hospital getting their stomachs pumped.
That would be like, and have it at the Irwindale figure 8 track.
Alcohol poisoning.
Could you imagine if they had to put a breathalyzer on your wheel and you had to blow over a .1 to be able to race?
Damn, Kevin, I like
wouldn't
your ideas, man.
That
Keep it
would be
coming.
hilarious.
After every race, you need a liver transplant.
You know, technically a track could do that because it's a closed course, so you're allowed to drink. You can't get arrested for that.
As long as you sign a waiver form saying you won't hold them liable, then, everything goes.
I can hear it now. Didn't you see me out there? No, I saw 3 of you out there.
No, someone in a sprint car got a DUI.
And what is it, Eric?
He didn't get a
Eric,
DUI.
You have to run it like Eric. You have to run with a 63% field of view.
He didn't get a DUI, Dylan. He actually got charged with misdemeanor assault thing or something because it's basically using a deadly weapon under the influence or something goofy like that. They got him on a technicality. They did not get him for driving under the influence. There was a guy that actually drank back in the Midwest, and it was like, I don't think it was in a sprint car. I think it was in a midget.
Oh, okay. Race car guy.
Yeah, he was drunk while he was driving on the racetrack, and
I
they said
remember that.
They said that he was driving like an idiot. And they did a sobriety test on him. We got out of the car, and he was drunk.
Man, it's a good thing they didn't do that to my brother-in-law. They would get him for DUI for weed.
Oh, shit.
Or that's an illegal substance in all states but 2, so they could get him for more.
And
than
it
a
wasn't in
DUI.
one of those either one of those states either.
Nice.
It's
Recreational.
legal in
That's
more
good.
than 2 states.
Recreational use.
He's got a
being
medical
recreational and using it, so.
Yeah, he's fucking insane.
reason. Nice. Anyway, back to the
What are you trying to say? I was on his crew and I was stoned. The tire got changed. It only took 10 laps, but the tire got changed.
It was on backwards.
It fell off when
Did that
you
matter?
out on the track.
Did that matter?
Why are your tires so wide? Rusty put my rim on backwards again.
That wouldn't make the tire. Oh, yeah, I guess it would.
It would stick out. It puts too
Yeah.
much pressure on the axle.
Yeah.
Usually. But anyway, back to the nationwide
Speaking
race.
Wait. Speaking from experience, Pedal?
No, well, we thought about this. Bad idea.
Okay, anyways, now we can move on.
All right, Bill Brown took the victory last night over Brad Patton. Second, Andrew Fayash finished third. Points leader Andrew Fayash. Eric Myers, he finished fourth. Austin Atkinson, otherwise known as Double A, finished fifth. Travis Penny finished sixth. Joe Annunziata finished seventh. Todd Garrett in eighth. Matthew Hicks in ninth. And Bill Tomer, that guy sucks. He finished 10th. Kevin, are you looking at the standings? Do you want to take the 11 through 20?
Oh, sure.
I'll do it if you're not. I'm right here. These are the lap down cars, by the way.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I ain't even going
All
to
right.
attempt some of these names.
Scott
Yeah,
Rutherford
that.
took 11th. We haven't done a rundown before, so I want to do this. It's more fun than not. Case Brinksma finished 12th. J.D. Laird, he's the painter, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay, he finished 13th. Thomas Matier, another good run, in 14th. Chris Serkos, 15th. Chad Coleman, not typical for Chad Coleman, as I think he finished third in Michigan. He finished 16th. Cody Welker in 17th. Trevor Dalton, 18th. And Kevin Malone, 19th. Jeff Ramsdale, 2 back-to-back 20th place finishes on Wednesday and Thursday.
That's the result you're going to get.
Exactly, when you're Ramsdale's talent level. And you're driving on a laptop.
How about a little attaboy for Thomas? Usually Thomas just starts and pulls a right in after a couple laps. He actually ran him, and I think he finished tonight on the lead lap at Phoenix, and he finished 14th last night. Just 1 lap down.
Yeah, he had a top 10 this week, tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished 10th at Phoenix.
Yeah, Thomas with a really good week. Well, for Thomas. No, I'm kidding. I think he did better than me combined.
Thomas is a sleeper. He's actually faster than people give him credit for.
He did. Thomas did better than me.
He did.
I had a 10th and a 15th. He had a 10th and a 14th.
Where are we talking about Thomas running?
Thomas ran both races, yeah.
And what?
Thomas always did really good in the linear street stocks too. He was always up near the front.
He was
let me
fast in the
tell
first
you.
season of the Bounty Series.
Wait. Let me tell you, you need to watch Thomas. If we're talking about Thomas Matier, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to watch him in the late models and the super lates. He will burn your butt.
That's because I give him
I'm
the
not
setups.
sure I want that.
Yeah, Bill gives him setups and he goes down into those bottom splits and dominates.
There you go.
And then he thanks
the
me on
dominator.
Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, he does good, man. He should have a higher I rating than he does. He doesn't build setups for, he just goes and races and doesn't do that well. And then when he has a good, decent setup, he does well and wins. Anyway, but that's enough about Thomas because he's usually here and he's not here. So
Bummer.
we had
More
a
fluff on
large
him.
field. We still have 15 cars to talk about. William Fletcher finished 21st, and actually we're going to get into point standings. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did a breakdown on the point standings, and it's going to get fun
Well,
next week.
We do have something to talk about.
Wait,
One
hang on.
guy that's been dominating the last couple of weeks happened to pull
No,
over
don't
in the
do
middle of the
it.
race.
Don't do it. Something was weird about that because he pulled over in some anger. Because when he ended up in his pit stall, his car turned sideways. He hit the brakes so hard, and came flying in so fast. So I don't know what
He
situation
did happen to
was.
go run another race. Just saying.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he went and go race somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine with us. I mean, he was about to get passed anyway.
He went to go run the strength of field for the Peak Challenge to win the
Oh, then he had some
go
else to
drive
do.
the real car.
That's too bad because he was finally getting challenged. It looked like in the league, and he left. But we'll
He
continue.
had quite a few cars that was challenging him tonight, and the other night, and just left.
Yeah, I think it was going to be a good race, but I mean, that long of a green flag run. I mean, you guys spread out. Well, I wasn't there in the Truck Series, but you guys had a huge, not the Truck Series, but in the Nationwide Series, I wasn't there. There was a huge green flag run during that race too, and you guys spread out a lot. So I think that just kind of happens with green flag runs. But hopefully he'll be back next week. 22nd, Chris Kurtzio. 23rd, the aforementioned Ray Alfala. He's the gentleman that pulled over and went to race somewhere else. 24, Shane Klein. 25, Alan Cryer. 26, Byron Daly, caught in an early wreck along with Eric Alter, Jason Van Cleek, Jordan Hightower, Scott Geiswhite rounds out the top 30 and 30th. Doug Geiler finished 31st. 32 is Dustin Langert, who's here. Good job, Dustin. Don't run into people. 33, Corey England. 34, Nick Lancaster. 35, William Long. And shotgun on the field was David Pollock in 36th. And that is the rundown of that giant field. I don't know if you guys watched the broadcast, but the field looked ginormous on that broadcast.
Sorry, missed it. Bill was bowling last night.
Well, the broadcast is online, Rusty. I did post it on our Facebook page,
Yes,
which
I did
is...
see that, but I haven't had a chance to watch it because, why? I had to set up the truck race tonight.
How long did that take?
Oh, when you're doing it my way, about an hour.
What are you doing in Braille? Are you writing? You're chiseling.
Well, you gotta
chiseling
select
stones.
something, do
With...
a shot, and have a beer, and then you select something else, and you do another shot. So.
Jeez.
When your vision is that blurry, Bill, it's probably hard to see the buttons to hit.
Yeah, most people have 1.5 to 2, vision
looking-
glasses. Mine are like 8s, Coke bottles.
We're
Yeah,
lucky
that
we didn't
scares
do
me.
800 laps tonight.
That's
Rusty, you
scary.
drink an awful lot.
And then he drives home.
He makes me jealous.
Of course.
But yeah, that was a giant. If you want to go watch it, it is on the Facebook page at facebook.com/InTheZoneRacing. The field does look really big, and you can see that bright orange car at the very back of it most of the race. If you
Ooh,
look,
I
I
like
was looking
big.
for that. Yeah. Well, let's get into the point standings. Kevin, that's your area of expertise.
Already, and we were through 9 of 10 pre-chase races. And Andrew Fash has got a commanding lead. And following him, we got Chad Coleman, Travis Penny, Bill Tomer, Eric Myers, and Jeff Ramsdell. Those guys
I'm
basically
hearing,
locked in right now.
I'm hearing this Bill Homer guy an awful lot tonight.
No, it's just because that mind sticks in. I'm sorry. That name sticks in your mind because you have so much affinity for it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Don't you open your mouth about the best.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. It's on now. Here we go.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate the support, brother.
All right, so we got those 6 are basically locked in with a start next week. Then we got Bill Brown and Kevin Malone who can start and have a little wiggle room. Then it gets
Park.
nope. They gotta have decent finishes and they'll be in. But then it gets interesting from 9th down. You got Scott Rutherford, Trevor Dalton in 10th, and then
Say it.
well, I lost my place here. Hold on a second.
Jason.
Jason Van Cleef
Yes.
in 11th.
2 in a row.
And
Wow.
You get a
I'm
cookie.
impressed.
right now in 12th place is William Fletcher. We've got 4 or 5 more guys still with an outside shot at getting back in it. And they are Doug Gillier,
Geiler.
Geiler.
2
Yay.
points back.
Okay.
2 in a row on missing Doug's name.
Yeah, I know I should.
Your cookie is taken away.
Matt Hicks in 14th. Chris Kurtziel, 15th. Daniel in 16th. Chad Lang and Jeremy Davis tied at 141. 16 points out of 12 right now. And that's probably as far back as you can get. Well, William Long's 21 back, so he would still possibly have a shot. We got 1 point per position for falling back in the points.
Yeah, it's
So
actually.
there's-
I broke it down, Kevin. If you look at the Facebook page again, Facebook page has a lot of cool stuff on it. But I
Getting a lot of
figured out.
twits, too. I mean,
Yeah,
tweets.
a few tweets. We have a Twitter page as well in the Zone Racing. But I broke it on Facebook, and basically what it is it's all up to William Fletcher, obviously being in 12th place. But if he averages right now a 19th place finish this season, that gains him 25 points per race.
Bill, can you turn the TV down?
Is it that loud?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I can't do it right this second. Let me see here. Let me finish this segment really quick, or this part, and I'll read it to you. It says that if Fletcher finishes his average position, Geiler, who sits 13 points, would have to finish 17th. Hicks, who sits 14th, would have to finish 11th. Kurtzel would have to finish 7th. Dan, the man, the French name,
Lavalier.
right? He's
AKA
16th. He would
I
have
am
to
the
finish
best.
3rd. And Chad Lang would be the last guy. If Fletcher finishes his average position, would be the last guy that's mathematically eligible. I guess mathematically able to get into the chase. He would have to finish 2nd in the race.
Or Jeremy Davis. They're tied.
Are they tied right now?
Yeah, they're 16 back, both of them.
Okay, so Jeremy Davis, yeah, could finish 2nd, still get in. But that's all if William Fletcher finishes in his average position. The last 2 races, Fletcher's finished 21st. So that's, like I wrote on the Facebook page, that's going to be a moving target next week, and it's actually going to be something really fun to watch. I might even pay attention more to that than where I am in the race.
Whoa.
It's going to be exciting. I'm excited.
And we are going to Richmond with the Nationwide car also.
I'm
Or I
turning down
believe
TV.
it's 130 laps under the lights at Richmond next week.
What are we running? 110 in the trucks, right?
Correct. So we'll get our fulfillment of short track racing this week, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Then it's
Would
back
like
to
to
the
take
mile and a
note.
half.
After we run Richmond next week, I do believe the trucks will be off the following week due to the twin 150s being run,
Correct.
as those will be broadcast live for the first time on a Thursday night
Now that's...
under the lights.
I'll be there.
You are the man.
Yes, I know. Yeah,
You can not only do it on the track, Bill, but you can do it live.
okay. Rusty, I can do it all over the place. Whoa, this got
Yeah,
bad.
there you go. Talking about tooting your own horn, you know.
Don't you ever talk about the best. But all right, so that's what we're looking at. I don't know, in the Nationwide Series point standings right now. I think it's pretty exciting. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
Let's
it
do
should
this.
be really good race this week.
I think it's
Just to
gonna be
see who
exciting.
gets in there. We got 10 cars for 4 spots, basically.
Yeah, you've got some guys that could drop completely out that are in right now, and then you've got, what is it, 6 cars?
Thanks to you, Bill. You gave me the kiss of death saying I basically have it in if on Facebook. I saw that.
Take his ass out in the next race, Kevin. It'll be all right.
I'm locked in. That would matter not.
Well, it wouldn't do you no good, though.
He's
What?
in. He's out.
No.
In or out, it doesn't really
Stop
matter.
it.
I mean, if you can't finish a race, you're not going to
No,
move up
that'd
to
be
the top.
oh, you're saying the first race of the chase? Don't do that.
Yeah. Damn, wake up there, brother. Have another drink.
Wait, here's what's really cool about what's going to happen with the Nationwide Series here in the Chase. All 5 races are broadcast on Checkered Flag Interactive. Everybody, including... Oh, Rusty, it's too bad you're bowling. Because I think the only person that watches our broadcast is Rusty's wife.
And
Isn't
she
that
bowls,
true?
too. And she
bowls too. So, and you won't even be racing, so we won't have any viewers, probably. I'll give my wife money to buy shoes. Maybe she'll watch. Probably not, though. Because it'd be her money anyway.
Boring, Bill. When are you going to wreck somebody?
Yeah, exactly. Why don't I ever see you? Because they look at the leaders, honey. Leave me alone.
That's probably why Rusty's wife always watches, because she keeps on crashes, and there's Rusty all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every
Yeah.
time, there's a caution, and they go right to my car.
Well, let's do this. Are you guys feeling hungry? I'm feeling hungry.
Wait.
I'm feeling,
Before we
thirsty.
change subjects, we
What?
should mention that the late model shootout schedule and the LMCS schedule are now up, and signups are now up for those series.
Oh my God. Who the hell cares?
But no, that's true. We would have done that later, probably, Jeff. I have that on my schedule. I'll cross it off now that you decided to interrupt.
I think we should get the Jeff segment, man, because I'm really looking forward to that.
No, we're not getting there yet. I'm starving. Eric.
What is he going to make? Some kind of damn pretzel shit with salted vinegar or something?
No,
on it?
you didn't let me finish. Eric ate my food. So, Eric. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Let's go.
All right. You know
Let's
what? No,
wait,
no.
let's go.
I was
Let's go.
insulted because of my weight. I'm done. I'm out of here. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
That would only
Don't
be the
take
30.
the toys and go home, you big
Well, what
sissy.
happened the first 37 times when we insulted you about your weight? How come you didn't leave then?
Because I was too busy being ahead of you in the race.
Oh!
He had to wait for the flatbed to get there to get him.
You know, it's hard to follow in
man.
your tire tracks because they're so deep because of the weight of your car. It's so hard to pass you.
Hey, those 1,200-pound springs work, man.
Anyway, let's go to the Racing Food Critics Corner with Eric Myers. Eric, do you have a racing food for this week?
Eric, look, you come up with something for a breakfast food because I've got a breakfast drink.
Last week it was, what was it, swordfish steak?
Yeah, it's a swordfish steak with baby bok choy.
I tried it and it was terrible.
Well, I had something, and then Rusty's like, "Oh, make it a breakfast."
No, go ahead, do what you were going to do.
No.
Listen, as long as it's better than salami and crackers, I'll be okay.
That's not too hard to top.
Yeah.
I don't know now, cause
No, go ahead and do what you were going to do because I'm gonna do my drink thing. So,
It's
Well,
going to be an egg
I mean,
McMuffin
I was
now.
actually going to do something pretty simple this week.
well, go
And
for it.
It's something you can do at a racetrack. You know, assuming you have like a camper. You know, it's just hot dog. It's a hot dog wrapped with bacon, deep fried.
Oh,
And
sweet.
you know, all you need to do is get a couple skewers and wrap your hot dog like a spiral. Wrap the bacon around your hot dog in a spiral, and skewer the the bacon. Why you laughing, Bill? Why you laughing?
No reason.
You got to poke it with a toothpick to hold it in place.
Nah, I mean, you just gotta poke the
I
bacon
think they call
to
that a
hold it in
Prince Edward.
place. No, that's just nasty. But
Oh my god.
my subject,
That-
yeah.
Does it
let's
have
see
to
if
be a perfect spiral, or can Tebow make this?
No, Tebow can make it. Tebow can make it
Well,
from
you
the
mean
sidelines.
this Peyton could do this even?
No,
even
but it
with
would get
somebody in his
intercepted by
face,
the
you
Legion
know?
of Boom. But no, I mean you just gotta get your oil hot, you know, and then after you skewer the bacon with the hot dog, throw it in there till it's golden brown, and throw it on your favorite bun. Put your favorite condiments on there.
Which part is
And-
golden brown?
Just like your fake tan bill, golden brown.
Hey, that's a spray tan. Get off it.
Exactly.
But it's just something pretty quick. You can make at the racetrack, and not spend $8 on a hot dog.
Unless it's a Martinsville dog, then those are worth it.
Yeah, those
They're
are worth
red.
it.
But they're
Well, that's
still
because
worth
they're
it.
steamed. But that's something pretty quick you can make. It takes a couple minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, and you can
That does sound pretty
make
good.
4 or
Eric.
5 minutes at a time. So
So we're making hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
deep fried hot dogs wrapped in
Yeah,
bacon.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's a good
That's
idea.
fair food right there.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds like a heart attack.
Yeah, I was going
It
to say,
is,
is
but,
it
you know.
advised to sit at the hospital while you're eating this so they can...
No, I mean
Curious.
you know what they say: never trust a skinny chef.
That's a good point. That there's a reason Eric is a hefty gentleman. And it's because he's eating deep fried hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
There's not a food Eric hates.
I'll tell you what, Eric, you should go back to the salami and crackers. I like that
I
one. I
guarantee
actually
you,
might try
I
that.
can
No,
make
I
the
don't
best
know,
salami
man.
and crackers you ever had.
I'm going to be trying that hot dog wrapped in bacon here sometime soon. I
Deep
can tell you
fried.
that. There you go.
Deep fried. It sounds good. It does sound good, Eric. That's a good one. I like that. So let's do this. Let's do what Jeff tried to do already. Let's talk about the Late Model Championship Series and the Late Model Shootout Series. Just give a few details on what's going on with that.
Yeah,
You get in the car and you run around in a
Jeff's gonna
circle.
wreck.
I didn't hear either one of you. I did hear circle at the end of it because Eric had stopped talking.
Go ahead, Eric.
Oh, I was just gonna say if anyone had a bet before the season started of how many cars Jeff's gonna wreck.
And all I said was you get in a late model car, whether it be a limited or a super late, and you go around in a circle for 75 to 125 laps.
That's rude.
Okay.
I would like to take Eric up on his bet and say that I will wreck at least one car.
And
that
there
would
will
me.
be. I want to go one further on that, and there will be at least one retaliation wreck.
You know those things where you try to guess how many peanuts are in the jar, and it's like 100 and some. There's not enough peanuts to put in Jeff's jar for how many cars he's going to run into.
Oh,
Ouch. Wait, are we talking about Jeff or are we talking about me?
Jeff,
see, but this is what happens when you put me and Bill in the same race. Things are bound
orange
to
car
happen.
carnage.
Do you think we should have Bob the Brush paint him a snowplow in the front of his car?
Oh, I like that.
A cow catcher. I've always said he needs a cow catcher, like on the old locomotives that had that thing with the lines, like the straight down. That's what
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
has in the front of his car. A cow plow.
Funny thing is, I've only got wrecked by Jeff once.
And he was a
Yeah,
good
I got
one.
wrecked behind twice at Phoenix.
That's because Dustin's fast enough to be out of my way.
No, it's because he doesn't want to fight when he goes to bed. He doesn't want to argue with you, so he doesn't wreck you.
Oh, wow.
I think
How'd you
Jeff's
know?
a little too old for Dustin.
Oh, yo, I'm gonna set it for you real quick.
Pretty sure Jeff's out of middle school.
Sherman didn't like that comment.
Oh, he got kicked back to kindergarten?
All right, enough with the Jeff's
Ah.
going to wreck people. We know what's going to happen. It's inevitable. It'll happen in the first week, and somebody's going to be mad at Jeff. And Jeff will just say, "Get out of my way." But that's what's going to happen. Let's go to some details. I believe the Late Model Challenge Series is a fixed setup series using
But-
the old late model. We call it the old late model.
man.
What's wrong?
You forgot to announce that late model is on the new tire model.
The old late model?
Yeah,
Correct.
Right. I was supposed to
Both of
announce that?
yeah.
Okay, so it's the fixed
It's
setup
good
series
news, man.
on the new tire model version 5. And I don't know how much different it drives. Has anybody tried it out? Tried it out?
It feels like it's floating.
That's your boy. You came up with a really, really detailed description there.
I tried to describe it in one word. Floating. Word
Floating.
call.
It was good.
It has helium in the tires.
Lingard is a self-proclaimed lazy guy. So one word: floating. All right, so the floating old late. Is there another name that we can call it other than the old late model? Or we call it like the late model stock car?
Hovercraft.
It's a limited late.
So we're gonna call it a limited late.
It's just a late model.
Wait a minute here. I just took a look around the room and I saw 3 new guys are here. We got. Hey Bob, do you want to say hi? We got Bob Dion in the room. I don't know if he wants to talk. Does he have a mic?
Yeah, I got a mic.
What's up, Bob? How you doing?
Not too much.
Bob's been here before, but we don't talk to him because he's a painter.
Hi,
We
Bobby.
don't have anything exciting to say about painting other than he does really good work.
Bob the Brush Dion.
Exactly. Also in the room, Thomas. We just got done with a whole segment about Thomas from Tier II. He is here right now.
Hello, hello.
What's going on, man? Andrew Fayash is also in the room. You might have heard him giggle a minute ago.
I did. I can't help myself.
He did.
Don't you open your mouth about the best.
You nailed it. You nailed it. We planned it. You nailed it. Good job, man. Anyway, we're continuing about the late model stock car. That's going to be starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's got is it a half-hour qualifying session? I'm sorry, half-hour practice session?
Yes, 8 o'clock race.
Qualifying, 8 o'clock qualifying. Would probably be an 8:05 race. And then shortly thereafter, I don't think I'm even sure, the Late Model Shootout Series is going to be racing after the Late Model Challenge Series on Monday nights. The Late Model Challenge Series actually has 75 lap races, so hopefully it'll be done as long as it's pretty clean. Hopefully it'll be done by the beginning of Late Model Shootout Series practice, which starts at, is it 9?
9 p.m.
Yeah,
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, Kevin. So then that is going to be starting its races or qualifying at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and that is the super late model with open setups. So you're going to want to take advantage of those 30 minutes.
Do you guys ever start anything late enough for me to get home from work?
Hopefully not.
No.
Why would we do that?
No, because we have to do it for the East Coast guys.
You need to get better hours.
I work till 6.
Yeah, it's
I
not
live
our
half-
fault you guys live on the wrong coast.
Exactly.
We're in bed by then.
Anyway, so that's going to be starting on February 17th. It's going to be our first race, which is
A week from Monday.
11 days. Yeah, 11 days. I think we have quite a few guys signed up already.
Yeah, and both will be running the same schedule.
Okay, do we know what the first week is?
USA at both. USA.
Awesome.
So am I going to make the setups, or are we going with what iRacing has?
iRacing.
Yeah, Britta said he's going to just go to
According,
with whatever
according to
iRacing
what
is.
it said on the forums and all that stuff, we're going with the iRacing setups.
Oh, it's going to be fixed?
The
Well,
Late
the
Model
LMSS
Challenge Series is
is.
fixed.
Oh, okay.
In the challenge series, if you're in the top 10 in the LMSS after, was it 3 races, you're not going to be able to run the challenge series anymore.
Correct.
Right, it's more of a development series for people to get used to how the late models drive. Although it is a pretty big jump from the late model to the late model to the super late model, because that car is wicked fast.
Wicked.
But that should be fun. We got that coming up also. So that's going to make our weeks really busy. Kevin, we're still waiting on your road series.
Yeah, man, what's up with that?
We're still hammering out the details. We're trying to get what we want for points and classes down, and then...
I'm pretty sure you said that last week.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what I
I
said 2 weeks ago.
And who is this we?
My partner in crime is not on all the time, Dan.
Oh, that's what's taking so long. Now I understand. You have to
PM
read
me,
him all
Kev,
the
I'll help
books.
you out.
What time are you doing that one, Kev?
I think
Tuesdays,
9 o'clock.
right?
Yeah, like 8:30 or 9 o'clock practice and like 9:30 race.
Eastern time, correct?
Correct.
He doesn't live on the left coast, so, you know.
So
I live in
that's
the middle coast.
I'm not a little girl though, Rusty. I can actually stay up a little later in race.
Shut up.
Oh, that's harsh. So let's actually do that. Let's go to Rusty's segment, because Rusty's segment is what Rusty lives for.
Woo! Let's have some shots.
So let's go to Rusty the Redneck Arthur's Alcohol Spotlight, where Rusty picks a drink for us every single week and gives us the recipe and tells us why he likes it. I will say this, last week Rusty was absent from the radio show, and we had Glenn Cray pick a beer martini, and I'm not going to lie, I had 3 of them on Saturday.
Whoa, did you like them?
I did, actually. It was pretty good. The only problem is most of the olives drop to the bottom. I wouldn't call it a problem, but most of the olives drop to the bottom, and then you're just eating them after you're done with the beer.
Well, they soak up the alcohol, so.
Oh, it didn't matter. I mean, I was still drinking another beer afterwards, so I didn't care about it.
Well, there you go.
It was like a snack. It was like having a snack after the beer. So I liked it. It was good. I watched it, or I drank them during Supercross and had a good time. But anyway, Rusty, let's go into your drink of the week this week.
This week, the drink of choice is going to be, and this is good if you're at the track. Like Eric said, if you have a camper, you can do this. If not, then you're probably going to make it when you wake up the next morning if you're at home and you're getting ready to go to the track. But we're going to do Bloody Marys.
Oh, I love those. Is there a special?
Nah, not really.
We're going standard.
These are just basic, Bloody Marys. You can do just about any kind of glass you want to put it in, but you want to do about quarter of that with some vodka, and then about half of that with you can use tomato juice. You can use V8.
Clamato.
Yes, whatever you want. It's your choice, but I prefer V8s, and because it gives it the V8 gives it a little bit different of a kick, different flavors, and you don't have to put the fruit in there, but lots of people use the celery stick and stuff like that. But you definitely need to either use some Tabasco or Texas Pete to put the little heat in there, and also want to use the celery stick to get the fruit. But like I said, all you need to do is take any size glass that you want and put about a quarter of vodka in it, your choice vodka, and then about a half of the glass with the tomato juice, and then a couple of cubes of ice, the celery stick, sprinkle a little salt, a little pepper in there, and a little Tabasco or Texas Pete, your choice. Stir it up a little bit, and you have basically what most people that I know of call that hair of the dog.
That's a morning drink.
Yes, it is. That's after you've drank most of the night, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and you've gone to bed, and then 2 hours later when you wake up, and your buddies are like, come on, we're going to head to the track now, or if you're not already there, it's time to get up and start partying again, and it's Bloody Mary time to get the hair of the dog. That's the result you're going to get! There you go.
That is the result we're going to get. I will say that, actually, let me say this. The few times, has anybody ever actually had that work for them where it made them feel better?
No.
Okay, good.
It just makes you tolerate, after you drink 1 or 2 of those, it just makes you tolerate alcohol a little bit better. It does not make you feel better. It just gets you drunk because you're still having the effects from the night before, probably.
Just gets you drunk faster.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Exactly.
The times that I've had, we'll even call it hair of the dog, a Bloody Mary in the morning, I'm so hungover that it's good because it's like drinking tomato juice, and that's fine, but I don't usually drink hard alcohol at night, so it's like a beer hangover now you're throwing hard alcohol on it. It never seems to work very well for me, but I can usually rally to the next day after having a beer hangover just to keep drinking beer, no problem. But I like that one, Rusty. Bloody Mary's good.
Yeah, they are good, and like I said, it's your choice. If you want to use the celery, you don't have to use the celery, but you throw the pepper in there, and you throw the Tabasco or the Texas Pete, your choice, whatever, just to give it a little, a little kick, so you don't think you're drinking just alcohol.
Well, that's good. I like that. So let's see if I have it right. I have a quarter of the glass of vodka, half the glass of tomato juice, Tabasco or Texas Pete, celery stick, ice, and pepper.
That's it.
All right. Now, is
You're
pepper...
just sprinkling, like your regular pepper shaker
right?
that you have, you just sprinkle a little bit
So
in
black
there.
pepper.
It's just, black pepper's fine. It's just giving it a little spice along with the Texas Pete or the Tabasco that you're using. It's just a spice is all it is, more or less.
Perfect. I'm with
Black.
Now, I've had Bloody Marys where we do celery salt. Is that kind of the same thing?
Yeah, you can use that. You don't have to use this.
Okay.
Like I say, you don't have to use the celery stick. You can use the celery salt, or I've known people even use carrots in it.
Wow.
It's your choice, whatever you want, whatever your preference is. But I use the celery because if you let the celery stick in there, you can use it more or less like a stir straw. You know what I mean?
Okay. And also, I just want to make the comment, Glenn Cray, the guy who did the Drink of the Week last week, just walked in the studio. What's going on, Glenn?
He's weak.
He is weak, because he doesn't get here till now.
No, we got to give Glenn a pass because I did see his Facebook post, and him and Jake were working on the race car tonight.
Right on.
So he's a free pass this week. We'll let him slide.
I want to tell Glenn specifically what I told you guys just a second ago, that, Glenn, I did drink 3 beer martinis last week.
I heard that. They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, it was really good. I was happy. I was really scared because olives with beer seems just kind of a little weird, but it actually, it does
worked.
something to it. Yeah, it was good.
So
Yeah, I'm not an olive kind of guy, but I would like to try that one time.
I'm really glad I made it to this segment because the Bloody Mary is my favorite drink, right up there with the Redneck Martini.
That's going to be my Supercross drink this week. I'm going to have to go to the store, get myself some Bloody Mary stuff, and I'll have to make Bloody Marys for Supercross this week.
And make it just the way he told you. That's the best
Yep.
way to get it. A little pepper too. Awesome. Good
Yep,
job,
that's
Rusty.
what I'll do. Good.
Thank you, Glenn.
Good. So that was Rusty the Redneck Arthur's Alcohol Spotlight. I don't think we have anything else to talk about the league. I think we've pretty much covered everything that we're doing right now. So I think let's hold Jeff off for a minute. I know Jeff's chomping at the bit. What's up, Kevin?
I got one thing. I was just looking at the points here, listening to Rusty for the nationwide. And I just wanted to say, going in for this last week for the transfer spots, Trevor Dalton, William Fletcher, and Doug all they could have a bad race and it could be used as their drop week. The other guys, their drop weeks are all zeros because they all missed a week, so they have nothing to fall back on. So whatever they score will count.
Okay.
So just something a little interesting I just happened to think of.
Yeah, that's really getting into it, like really getting involved. Let's just say we're doing our best to figure out, but the way we do things on iRacing and in-zone racing with drop weeks, it's going to be a little bit different than it would be in NASCAR. But it is still a moving target, and we're just going to see how things come down and how things shake out after the race. It's going to be really exciting. Those guys are all involved, and I'm going to know it while I'm racing with them. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to get the broadcast team the points so they can try and keep up to date with what is going on. And they can try and keep an eye on those involved.
It's going to be fun. But let's go into, since we have him in the studio and he did make it back from whatever he was doing, we all think he was doing something, taking a shower.
Cold one.
Yeah. Andrew Fayash III is in the room, and he has a new segment that, what are we going to call your segment this week, Andrew? He didn't like his old segment. He's not good at anything during the day.
That's right.
So,
I don't
what
do
are we
anything on my
calling it?
days off, though. That's the problem. The new segment, I guess you could call it Odd Game of the Week or something like that. I mean, that's what we'll go with for now. But this week, I actually have something. You may have heard about it already. You may not have. It depends on how much you follow games. Google and Lego have teamed up. And there is a new thing called Build with Chrome. You can go to it, buildwithchrome.com. It's free to play. It's not necessarily a typical game. It's something a little bit different, but that's why this is the odd game of the week, not just the typical stuff. But essentially, they took Google Maps and added a feature where when you zoom in, you can build anything out of Legos anywhere you want. And it puts your name with it or whatever you want to call it. And so you could essentially build a house, you build your house, you build whatever you can think of. It's Legos. You build what you want. And that then gets uploaded to their servers, and people can explore this Lego version of our real world, essentially, that is made up by everyone's creations.
So they're ripping off Minecraft.
Yeah.
No, not really, because this would be like if Minecraft had one server that was the world and everybody was playing on it. That would essentially be this, but they don't have that.
So it's a Minecraft idea with Legos, and everybody's playing.
Well, Minecraft technically got a lot of their idea from Legos, part of their idea from Legos, so it kind of be the other way around.
I see a major problem with this one server.
You know what I see? I see that people literally just fell asleep.
I think people are just having to build giant dicks everywhere.
Well, so far, I went to look near my current location in Pennsylvania, and and I'm going to have to censor myself because this is the podcast, but somebody put FPA in giant letters. So there is a little bit of that, but I zoomed in on New York and stuff, and there's quite a few neat creations in New York City, and there's even a Seahawks logo there, Bill. So
nice.
Yeah. There, exactly. There you go.
Don't
that
you ever
should
talk
be in
about
New
this?
Jersey, not New York.
I haven't checked New Jersey. The only places I checked was New York City. Most of Pennsylvania, I looked around, and the way it works is when you're navigating through the map, like even when you're zoomed out, it'll show the most popular builds for the area that you're looking at. So without having to zoom all the way in and literally look like every 5 feet, it's pretty easy to find the cool stuff right now. If this really starts to fill up, it's going to be a pain to find the really good stuff, I imagine. But the places I checked were Pennsylvania, New York City, and I checked where Eric is from out in California, just for laughs.
Yeah, because he wanted the ghetto experience.
I wanted to see if there were lowriders and, fast food restaurants with Eric's name on them, and
Cars up on blocks.
Oh, cool.
Cars on blocks. That'd be a fun thing to build there. Thank you, Jeff.
So we'll call this the Fayash Odd Game of the Week. Andrew, you'll have to send me some details on this so we can post it on the Facebook page, just so people can check it out if they want to.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for sure. It's just
cool.
It's just buildwithchrome.com. You don't actually have to have Google Chrome in order to use it. I think you just need a version of Flash or something. But yeah, despite being named Build with Chrome, you don't need Chrome.
Awesome. Right on. So what are we calling this? We're gonna call it the Fayash Odd Game of the Week.
That's fine.
All right. So that was the Fayash Odd Game of the Week with Andrew Fayash III. Thanks, Andrew.
That's the result you're gonna get.
Exactly. Don't talk about the best.
Don't you open your mouth about the best.
Exactly. Thank you, Sherman. Sherman he's off the hook again.
Don't you ever talk about me.
Okay. So let's move forward, because Jeff is dying, literally, to do this again. Let's go to Jeff By Jr.'s This Week in the Rookie Class. Jeff? Are you live, Jeff?
All right. Sorry, wrong microphone button.
You were trying to help Sherman. You were trying to help Sherman continue to talk. He's just flipping out over there in the studio. You're trying just
Don't you ever talk about me.
Exactly.
Guy's a madman.
Crazy.
But anyway, so this week in Rookie Street Stocks is the USA Speedway. So it's a little bit bigger of a track than we had last week with Oxford, but still some pretty good stuff. So we'll just go ahead and play it. And this is This Week in Rookie Street Stocks.
Did you say it's a wide track? Because never underestimate the ability of rookies to make any track extraordinarily narrow through sheer magic. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Keep it clean. I'm not here for Demolition Derby. I'm just here for that time. I'll stay in the back. Nobody touch me.
I'm trying to have a good race here and maybe get some iRating. Try not to wreck people on purpose. So basically you're praying for a miracle.
Green means go. Well, Mr. 17, if you had slammed on your brakes at the start, I wouldn't have got black flag. So we were over the line. Does that count as making the parade lap? Right turn on, right turn on. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you idiots. Are you off Jason back from stupid?
17, hold your line.
17, get off the track. 17, what are you doing?
What the f*** is wrong with you?
That guy's a prick.
17, let me pass.
I told you, that guy, man, he's an asshole. Oh my god, dude, I've had it. 17!
It's okay, buddy, I'm saving the replay, I'm sending it in, and you'll be getting up to $400 fine.
Who's the 17 guy anyways?
I wouldn't go 3 wide. Well, I wouldn't go 4 wide on that track in any car. Maybe a Silver Crown or something, but any other car, no way.
You could maybe manage it with the Legend cars, because those things are like the size of a bicycle. Yeah, but in real life, no one just crashes on purpose, so.
Cut off a little sooner on entry. You'll come out a lot faster. Shut the fuck up, dude.
16, you need to leave. You got a terrible connection. Plus, you suck driving.
The laser's just rigged.
Oh, man, do you know how to move from the later, kid?
80 more turns to the finish line.
Hey, he smashed into the wall. And that's why we don't drink and drive.
That's the second time in 2 days the asshole's done that to me. While I was running second, he was a lap down. The fucking clicker.
Swing just going around in circles. And...
Well, you're the wrong fucking track, man. George, we can barely hear you. Just say no, Mike. George, get the out of your mouth. Maybe we can understand you. Come on, that's not nice.
Short tracks is too violent. 7 years. Fucking moron.
Any lap card at all. Please wreck the 9.
Chit chat later. Phone each other or something. Make a date. And some karma, some weed, man.
Dude, you see me coming right beside you. You kid, dude. Go back down. I was clearly inside of you, all the way down the straightaway, dumbass.
Yeah, it's fucking brakes on the front track, you dickwit.
Did 9 do that?
Well, unless I was going seriously wrong, there should be 1 car in lead lap by my estimates.
Hey, 11. Get off the fucking track, please. What the hell are you running me up there? You know what?
Forget it.
I got second. That's fucking brilliant.
Good race, everybody, except number 5.
And that was the week in rookie street stocks.
Oh man, that was good again.
Pure gold.
Well done, bye.
Thank you.
Jeff, tell us the truth. You were number 17, were you?
I was number 17.
Jeff hasn't seen a number higher than 1 on his car in any official race since, I don't know, like 5 years ago.
You mean lower than 1?
That's what I mean. Well, it depends on which way you count, Kevin, because lower than 1 is 0 and higher is 2, so...
Well, that was outstanding once again. That's the highlight, I think, of every night that we do this. Well, you know what, Rust? I like Rusty's segment too, and Eric's food segment's pretty good, except for the food's hard to deal with.
And you hate my segment, I know, Bill.
We just started yours, and it was crap this week.
I liked Andrew's segment before better.
I did too, but Andrew does not
Can we just have Andrew right now tell us what he did good today? just so this feels complete.
Andrew, what was it that you did in between the race and the radio show that you had to do? Did you do it good?
That's not what I had to do. Thanks, Eric, for the sound effects, but no. Yes, is the answer I'm going with, Bill. Honestly, I was just on the phone with a girl. That's all.
No, nobody believes that. What actually
I don't care
happened?
if you don't believe me. It's fine with me. I don't care if you don't believe me.
I have to go, guys. I'll be back in a little
$2.99
while.
a minute or whatever.
I paid for the whole hour.
Hello, this is tech service. This is
I paid for the whole hour, not 15 seconds.
Well, nice.
Oh,
That's all we have this evening for segments. Does anybody want to bring up anything else? Anything else that's going on? Anything else that's on anybody's mind?
Yeah, Bill
Never
Turner
take
needs to stop wrecking the field.
That's true.
Never take left side tires.
Just makes the car looser.
So never take left side tires. Bill should stop wrecking the field. That's it.
Let's talk about Supercross.
What about Supercross?
I want to know who everybody's rooting for in the championship.
Villapoto as always.
Well, he's not doing that great this year. At least as good as he did last year.
Oh, he's
More
the points
consistent
leader.
than anybody else, though.
I tend to root against Villapoto only because I hate to see somebody dominate, so I just kind of root for everybody else. But I will say this: I actually had this conversation yesterday in the car. I absolutely cannot stand Justin Barcia. Can't stand it.
I'm rooting for Bubba Stewart because he impersonates police officers.
Had to go there.
That didn't make any sense to me.
Villapoto's a local guy for me and Bill.
Yeah, and he looks like Dustin
I've been cheering
Langer.
for him since he was in Lights and doing Super 80s and stuff. So
I keep meaning to watch motocross again, and I keep forgetting when it's on. Supercross, sorry. And then I see Bill post about it, like, "Oh, that was an amazing race." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot it was on."
Well, 2 weeks ago when Chad
this
Reed
year,
won, it was awesome.
The races this year have been really good. That first race was badass. It, like, how many guys took the lead and then ended up crashing, or like Villapoto looked like he was going to have it and then he bit it.
Yeah, what I like about this year is that there's like
Everyone.
7 guys that can win.
yeah, everyone has to push it.
And Davey Millsaps is hurt. If he can come back, then that'll be 8 guys that can win. Justin Brayton's been fast this year.
I was happy to see Chad Reed win.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice now, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing. I think if he continues the pace that he's on right now, obviously he's winning every week or 2 weeks in a row, but I mean, he could definitely take another championship, which would be amazing at his age.
But if you were him, what would you do after you win another? Like, if you won the championship this year, would you quit?
No, I don't think so. I think I'd do it again. I mean, I'd go after it again because he's showing that he can race. I mean, he can keep pace with these guys at this age. Why not keep trying? I mean, Wyndham stayed in it until he's 38.
With his own team, by the way.
it's really hard to quit anything when you're like anywhere near the top of your game. Like I mean, I can't imagine, you know, if I ever, I don't know, even in local racing, like if I got really good and like won a championship or something, I don't care if I'm like 60. If I win the championship at 60, I'm gonna race at 61. It's just, I mean, unless something comes up that would keep me from it, there's no reason I would give that up.
Yeah, but there's always, do you want to end your career on top, or do you want to get injured really bad and have it ended for you?
That's the truth
Oh,
with that.
yeah, it's a bit more of a risk, I guess, in motocross than stock
Supercross.
cars. God, why do I keep doing that? Whatever. Motorcycle racing of any form, actually. So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched it this year, I would say, Andrew, if you want me to text you or something, give me your phone number. I'll let you know when Supercross starts because it has been.
Message me on Facebook.
It has been so okay. I'll do that because it's been so good this year. The races have been way better than in previous years, especially when you had Carmichael dominating way back 10 years ago when you had Jeremy McGrath dominating. They were boring. It was like, how far are these guys going to pull out into the lead? But now you've got so many guys that can run for the front.
And the 250 class has been really good too. The West, even though it's only 2 guys that are really running for the win each week,
Right.
It's been pretty exciting.
Well, actually, it's really 3 because Dean Wilson has been doing really well. And then he had that bike hiccup that cost him a win. But Jason Anderson's been fast. And what's the Cole Seeley's been awesome.
Seeley, yeah.
Yeah, Seeley's been really good. Problem with Dean Wilson, though, is he's kind of fallen under expectation the last 3 seasons.
Probably. Yeah, I think so. I think
He was
thought he gonna do
expected,
really well.
yeah. He's going to be like another Dante Villapoto.
And he's on that
Didn't
pro
happen.
circuit team, which always wins.
Yeah.
But it's been good. I mean, seriously, if you guys like racing, it's really good this year. I cannot wait till they get to Daytona because that race is always awesome.
I'm actually trying to see now if there's anywhere online that I could go back and watch the full races.
They
have
are-
highlights on their YouTube page, so there is that to go back
If you
and watch.
search the races on YouTube and then set it for over 20-minute videos, there are the complete broadcast on there on YouTube.
Another problem with that is without knowing who won and didn't win all the races, I only know that Chad Reed won 2, and that's it. I don't know which 2 and all that, and I don't want to know, but if I'm going to watch them. But the problem with that is searching them, it's probably going to say in the title, oh, so-and-so wins round whatever.
No, they usually don't.
No, I actually found them online where if you just search by like round 1 Anaheim, it's on there.
Yeah, so
Okay,
do that.
sounds good.
You can get caught up, and then I'll let you know when the new ones are starting because they're awesome. And I'm getting tickets to go to the one in Seattle. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
This shows how long it's been since I've watched Supercross. They're running 450s?
Wow.
I thought they were going back to 500s, though.
But here's what's really going to confuse you, Andrew. They run 250s in the lights class and 450s in the big class.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so now 250, it's all four-stroke stuff now. They got them lightened up enough to where they're not a problem, and they're faster than the two-strokes were.
And have been for like 4 years now?
Yeah, a lot longer than that. I think longer than that, isn't it? Because there was a while they were running together.
For the field to be 100%.
Right. But yeah, that's Supercross. It's awesome this year. Does anybody have a pick? The guys that do watch it, Jeff, you've been paying attention. Andrew wouldn't be. Langert, do you think it's going to be Villapoto again?
Yeah.
I'm pulling for Reed or Roxon.
Yeah, I would like to see Reed or Roxon one too, but Villapoto was my guy.
I'm actually a Bubba fan, so.
Yeah, how's that work out for you the last 3 years?
Not well. He crashes a lot. I just hope to see him do well. I like Suzuki.
He is entertaining to watch, though. He goes balls out.
He doesn't do that as much as he used to. There were times back in the day where it was like, how did he get that fast? And then he'd crash into like the stands, and you're like, oh, that's how he was going way too fast.
Well, that's how that first race was. It was like, oh, here comes Stewart, and he bites it.
But like a couple years ago, me and Bill were talking, and it was like, he has a 12-second lead. Why doesn't he just slow down a little bit, and he'd make it to the end?
You know, you can't do that this year because there's always a guy right on your butt. I mean, last week
it looked barely get to the lead.
Yeah, well, last week it looked like Chad Reed was towing Ken Roczen around for 20 laps. I mean, they stayed the exact same distance, apart for 20 laps. It's pretty awesome.
Well, did you notice the way his bike's set up, though?
Who's that?
Chad Reed.
No. What do you
He can literally, 20 laps into the run when everyone's sliding out of the corners. His bike tracks perfectly every time.
I think that's partially Reed, though.
Partially, but he says he sets the bikes up that way, too.
Nice. Well, that's it. Anaheim. Now they go to different racetracks because Anaheim's, they've always talked about how that's really slick and packed. So we'll see how things change. Now you're going to go back to Villapoto's wheelhouse when there's moisture in the tracks. So we'll see how that works out. But other than that, I don't think we have anything else. Are we good?
I think so.
We're at the 1:15 mark, which is about where we usually end this.
We do have a big week coming up here. Pitchers and catchers are reporting this week for the real sport.
So Eric, you're gonna have to go. You've always been a catcher.
Wow.
Don't forget the Olympics are coming up though. So we got
they've already started.
What's the
real
Olympics?
sports haven't started yet, Bill.
Actually, isn't Slopestyle on right now?
I don't know. I don't care about the Olympics.
We still got 7 days till the hockey starts, men's hockey at least.
Yeah.
Doesn't it only go for
Saturday,
2 weeks?
the women start.
That's quick.
It is quick.
Huh. That doesn't matter. The U.S. is going to beat Canada this time.
Yeah, Stamkos is definitely out now.
Also have to watch figure skating, right, Jeff?
I like the luge.
Anyway, that's Winter Olympics. It's snow. there's some
like
racing
a real
involved.
in-depth analysis of the Winter Olympics.
Yeah. There's lots of snow. It's very white, and apparently in Russia and Sochi they have stray dogs. Did you guys see the report that they in the new bathrooms that they built, they put mirrors on the ceilings? So you can literally look. Yeah, you can literally look up and see the dude next to you taking a Duke.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea. But some lady posted it on Twitter, and SB Nation is a website that I follow on Facebook, and they post a lot of funny stuff. But they have a whole running total of all the crazy stuff happening in Sochi, and part of that is the mirrors on the ceilings of the bathrooms. There's also guys taking pictures of urinals that don't have the pipes. They're just on the wall.
There was a guy today,
and then stray dogs.
There was a guy today who tweeted a picture of light bulbs, and he said, I've just came in possession of some light bulbs. Will trade for a door handle.
So it's a disaster.
Did you hear they don't have pillows in the rooms? You have to go ask a person that actually lives there for a pillow.
Ugh.
I heard that on the radio. I don't know how much money the Russian government gave him to get this, but
$52 billion.
It's not a place where it should be.
Well, I don't know how much they get, but it cost them $52 billion to build this whole Olympic event area.
Why? I mean, listen, I understand the Olympics are like a big important world event thing, but I mean, I understand we're trying to go country to country and give each, like, host them at each one, eventually, but why are we wasting this kind of money to just build something that we're only going to use like once, and then it's going to sit or get torn down and cost money to do that too?
Well, if you go by what we did in, I think 2001 was it 2000? 2000. 02? 02, thank you. Salt Lake City. I've actually been to Park City where they built all that stuff up there. They use it for the Olympic training facility now, so the guys go there to train. So that, I guess Russia could do kind of the same thing. There's a moose. There's a moose that actually runs the bobsled run up there. It gets on the bobsled, slides down the bobsled in the winter. I'm not kidding. They have pictures and video of it at the Park City area. It's the same moose. It's like the bobsledding moose. It's kind of famous up there, I guess.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but what's kind of funny is, did you see Jamaica got the money for it?
Yes, and they also lost their equipment when they got there.
Yeah, the airplane lost their luggage.
Yep.
So they've got their sled, but they don't have the runners.
They flew Delta. I guarantee it. And they stopped in Atlanta on the way. That's where every Delta flight. You might be flying from Los Angeles to San Francisco, but you got to go to Atlanta first. I hate Delta. Anyway, anything else? Anybody else got anything else?
Well, there goes that sponsorship deal.
Yeah,
no
right.
Delta. We're not doing Delta. No, I don't want that.
We're gonna get a check from Southwest here.
Want to get away?
Did I miss Jeff's segment?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you
missed
did.
everything.
I'll
You missed
upload
the
it,
whole
and you'll have
show.
to listen to it on the podcast. We did have 40-some plays last week, so we do have people listening, unless it's all of us playing it over and over again.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't re-listen to any of them, so I'm not one.
I listened to it twice.
Keep in mind, you can leave comments on the podcast when you're listening to it, so we can kind of get an idea of who's listening. It would be really helpful.
Would be.
No.
I agree. And if you have any suggestions for better segments for me, since Bill said it was the first week, so he's trying to give it a fair shot at least, but I definitely think the video game one will be better than the previous one anyway.
Eventually.
Keep in mind,
Go ahead.
the first time that we were going to give Andrew the video game segment, he wanted to do one on cats.
Yes, I might still cover that game. It's a really funny, odd game.
Holy cow, save that for another week.
I will.
Was it Dylan, are you trying to say something?
Well, since Dustin's not going to let it go, thank you, Dustin Langert, for giving me the final piece to my Irwindale setup from the
Oh
Super
my
League.
god. Anyway, this is the In the Zone Racing radio show. That was an official series. We don't care about that. Anything else about In the Zone Racing or anything that's on your guys' mind other than Dustin Langert's setup Browse?
We need an official server segment on this show.
That's Jeff's thing. It's the rookie series deal.
Okay. Then I'm done.
All right. So I think we're good. I think everybody's good. He is weak. Either Dylan or Dustin. It's the same statement.
Ouch.
Ouch. All right. So that is the In the Zone Racing radio show, After the Race radio show from the In the Zone studios. Have a good week, guys. We'll see you next week.
LOB!